I raised my daughter alone for 22 years. At 23, she chose her mom's new family because they had a pool. For her wedding, she banned me. Her stepfather would walk her. Then she said, I changed my last name. I was ashamed of yours. She had no idea that choice sealed her greatest mistake. The day her mother left, the rain felt colder than it should. Designer suitcases and a silver Lexus. No tears, no goodbye. Just, I need more than this life. I picked up my toddler, closed the door, and decided I'd be both parents. We learned together. I braided hair on a stuffed animal, burned pancakes until I didn't, worked doubles, took odd jobs, made shoes and school books come before anything with my name on it. She never asked where her mother went. When she made honor roll, she yelled, Dad, you're the reason. When she got into college, she cried into my shoulder. On her 18th birthday, you're my whole world. I thought I was enough. At 23, the drift began. Calls got shorter. Sorry, I already promised them I'd come by. Them was her mother and her new husband, now flush and photogenic. Poolside photos, brunch hugs, spa robes. I kept quiet until one afternoon she stood in my doorway holding a cardboard box. Dad, I'm moving in with Mom. I blinked. Is everything okay? She smiled like it was rehearsed. They have more space, a pool. It's closer to my job, and honestly, it just feels easier. I helped her load the car and waved like it didn't split me open. Weeks later, she called about the wedding. Breezy voice, casual. I was already saving for whatever she needed. Yeah, what do you need, kiddo? A pause. Then the knife. Maybe it's better if you didn't come. Silence on my end. Didn't come where? To the wedding? It would be weird. You and Mom haven't spoken in years, and her husband is walking me down the aisle. I don't want any drama. I just want it to be about love, peace, not complicated family stuff, not personal, she said. But I wasn't welcome at the wedding of the kid I raised alone. 2 weeks later, the invitation arrived like it belonged to some other life. Embossed card, wax seal. Mr. and Mrs. Thomas Blake request the honor of your presence. No mention of me. She'd taken his name before the aisle. Later, when I tried to talk, she went colder. I changed my last name because I was ashamed of yours. That was the moment the floor dropped out. Not forgotten. Ashamed. She didn't know I'd been planning for the day I might need to let go. When she turned 18, I opened a legacy trust in her name. I used it for tuition, the first car, travel. The long game was simple. At 25, she'd receive the remainder. Years of compound interest and sacrifice. But I'd added one clause, notarized, filed, and mirrored at my attorney's office. Any legal change of last name without the consent of the grantor will nullify this agreement and reassign assets to charitable causes of the grantor's choosing. She could erase me from photos. She couldn't erase the terms she'd never bothered to read. On the morning of her wedding, a courier dropped one envelope at her new address. Inside, a formal letter, effective immediately. The legacy trust of James Foster is dissolved, and transfer receipts to the Foster Foundation for Single Fathers. A black and white photo of us when she was 5, her on my shoulders in front of our old apartment. And a note, you chose a new name, you chose a new family. And that choice came with weight. No hate, just closure. Dad. I didn't go to the ceremony. I didn't watch the feed. I went for a long walk, made coffee, and sat with the quiet. 2 weeks later, my phone lit up. Parking lot noise behind her, tears in the cracks of her voice. Dad, what's this? They said the trust is gone. That you dissolved it, I let it sit, then answered steady. I didn't dissolve it. You did the moment you erased my name, but that was just a name. No, that name carried your childhood. It carried every scraped knee I bandaged, every school project I helped with, every 3 a.m. fever I stayed up through. That name wasn't just mine. It was ours. Mom and Rick. He's been so supportive. Supportive is easy when someone enters the picture after the hard part is over. I carried the weight when no one else would, and I never asked for a thank you, just not to be forgotten. A long silence, then a whisper. Can we fix this? I don't know. I told her the truth. Some things aren't about money. Some things are about respect and choices and consequences. Another beat. Do you hate me? No, but I mourn you, like someone I used to know. That was the call. I donated the money to the foundation in my name and went back to my modest house and dented truck. She learned a new name can close old doors. I learned to set down the weight. I sleep, not because I won, but because I stopped begging to be remembered. You can change names and addresses, not who held your hand through the storm.